Hello everybody. I wanted to show you what we're attempting to do. We've never grown vegetables. You know, my mom and dad did, and his dad did, and so we're just we ain't really researched it much, but he kind of got it tilled up some with his little tractor, and that's what he wanted. He wanted the garden space, and I didn't really want a garden space because we have so many moles in this yard that they've killed about everything I planted as far as flowers and bushes. And there's also this weed that is just awful. It's terrible. You can put down plastic or something and it just grows right over it and carpets it, and I don't know what kind it is. But anyway, we're gonna try it anyway. And that little thing in the middle is one of those, it kind of vibrates, it puts out a sound or something that moles don't like. They work good until I leave them out in the yard and forget about them and the batteries rust. You know, I think that one still works though. And so what I was wanting to do was try to grow them in these little swim pools we had. And so I put down, we had plastic there already because the pool being right there, but I don't even want to show you the pool, but the big pool. So I'm gonna plant some stuff in these, and they get a lot of sunlight right here. And the big pool, the liner around the edges is getting raggedy looking, so I'm afraid to use it. So right now it is a tadpole farm kind of because it's just got nasty water in it, and the tadpoles grow and they eat mosquitoes. So it really cut down on mosquitoes. So we're leaving it again. And there's all my hostas. I used to have like 90 something of them planted through there. And now you can see one here and there. And here and there. Because of the moles. Now this little pool, it may be too shaded. Because it's hard to tell now because it's in a different spot. You know, later on in the summer. But I've heard like well, I guess I watched videos or read that the like leaf lettuce, it can kind of scorch if it's in the full sun. So I'm going to try some of the cooler season plants there and maybe some leaf lettuce. And let's see what else I want to show you. So that's what that, and I can't move the pool, it's brittle. Cause they've been sitting outside because they used to, you know, you can, plants that reproduce like flowers. You know, I've planted flowers a lot in the past, but not vegetable gardens. I tried green beans in a pot once and I didn't water them, and you know how that went. But so I would put like bulb plants in it or any kind of spreading plant, and it would spread faster, you know, with just a little soil in the bottom. So that's why I had all these pools, and they're brittle because I've had them a while. And over here, those are, I guess you call them forsythias. They have spread huge. That used to be all flower bed. It needs mowed now, and it was beautiful. And like once my ex-husband, it was I don't know if it was my birthday or what, he brought me a dump truck. I don't know why he didn't just get a load, but it was 150 bags of mulch. And it wasn't enough mulch for this flower bed. It was huge. And I gave up on it because the moles have just taken over the place. And that weed is awful. I could have it identified and figure out how it likes sunny areas. That's all I know. You might can see some of these mole tunnels. The ground is just soft with them. There's a hole. There's one. And see how they just tear up the ground? They've actually killed bushes. And maybe even a tree, I don't know. But that is a wild crepe myrtle bush. That's a wild crepe myrtle bush. I wish I had never planted them. I've got one at the end of the house. It's got the smooth look. This is the one that spreads so easy. But the other one at the end of the house, it doesn't have as many limbs going up and down, little trunks. And the bark peels off and it looks so pretty, and it doesn't take over your life. This one takes over everywhere, everywhere. And the are solid roots from it, because these shot off from that one. They just shoot off. Like if I was to put a flower bed here, you know, and put something around it and all, they would shoot up in it. I don't know why some of them are that way. And then this is a flowering quince. Is that how you? It kind of spreads down here at the base. I could probably dig them up. Like there's a little bitty one right there. I could probably dig them up and sell them, but that would be fun with all those thorns. And then I had some hostas around the pool. And see those wild crepe myrtles? I ain't showing you that pool water, it's black. But see, I got a row of the crepe myrtles right there too. So, yeah. But, oh, I loved it. When all my hostas were there, oh, it was so pretty. They went all down the fence. And, oh, I know what I was going to tell you. This is a flood zone. There's a fence behind that hedge. It's been knocked down at least twice from the water flowing through. It just flows through and flows under the house. It's a mobile home, and it knocks the underpinning in and then knocks it out in the front and just flows like a river through here. So it's just bad. All that mulch I had ended up in the field across the street. So yeah, I wasn't too keen on a regular garden spot, but we're gonna try it because he had his heart set on it, and so we'll try it, see how it goes, and maybe we get some of those things to keep the moles away. They won't kill everything, but yeah, it's a little bitty spot, and it gets some shade. We just, other than the front yard, and the soil's not near as good in the front yard. And I don't really like them in the front yard, but, you know. So we figured, you know, now would be a good time to try it. And so that's what we're going to do, and I'll update you. Oh, I got to show you. Well, I'll show you what I got started. Okay, that's what I was going to show you. It's got, I've already got one tray worth with some seeds in it, and it's in the house, and it tells how to do it on it. I've had this forever, and they were so dry they wouldn't get wet good. I mean, they sit there forever, and so, you know, they'd plumped up a little bit, so I just squeezed them a little to kind of break that stuff, and then they got fully wet, and I put them back in that little black tray and stuck them in a thing with a cover on it. And then it tells you somewhere. Anyway, it tells you what to do. You keep them in the house. There's my other crepe myrtles. And that's where I practice shooting. It tells you to get them going in the house. And then bring them out into a shaded place. I guess with the lid off. I don't know. I have to reread it when it's time. And all that before you transplant them out here. So we'll show you our success and failures. Or I'll show you. He shows it on his channel. I'll show you on my channel. But I don't know if we keep up with the weeds here. You can tell I'm out of breath just walking around doing this. I got asthma and COPD, and I am avoiding that COVID-19 best I can. He still works, which is scary because, you know, he could bring it here, but I think we'll all end up with it at some point anyway. Just hope we all survive it. And I'm gonna avoid it as long as I can. And over here, we're gonna put corn right here, I guess. You know, that might not be smart because the sun comes up over there, so the corn will be shading. Yeah, we're gonna have to change plan, but anyway, he asked me and that's what I said, so that's my fault. This is our hills. I don't know if you can tell. So that now they're gonna have to go down there, and the corn will have to come up here, I guess. But then the corn It's gonna be shading my pools. I might slide them down a tad without them breaking to pieces. I don't know. Anywho, maybe we'll at least get a tomato out of the deal. Maybe a cucumber. Okay, I'll see y'all later.